Joe Jacobs, of course, my name. And the course, Making Money, All You Need to Know. We spoke about some subjects, some interesting subject. Right now, I want to talk to you about something very important that I see a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people have questions about it, and I see those things all the time, every day. And the subject is how to choose a business, how to choose the right business, not the business, how to choose the right business. When I'm saying the right business, I'm talking about the right business for you. Okay, now I'll go from the beginning. When you, right now, wherever you are, if you look at your room, right, you can see the walls, you can see the furniture, you can see the computer, whatever you see in your eyes, anything you see, somebody made out of a business out of it. Which means the opportunity when it comes to business, how to make money, there's no limit. Anything you see, somebody made money. But everything you see, somebody also lost money. So I want to talk right now about how to choose the right business and few kind of businesses there is in your life, okay? I'll give you an example, okay? If you want to make a chair, okay? That's a business. I mean, I know people become millionaires from chairs. If you want to make money from your table, from computers, I know people made a lot of money from that too. So, but the question is, are you sitting somewhere in the US or in Europe or in Australia or in Thailand, don't matter what, you're sitting somewhere, you're thinking to yourself, okay, I decide to make money. Now, this is also a thing. And it's very important, I'm just saying it outside of the context. Decision to make money is decision by himself. I mean, I see many people, I mean, everybody wants to make money, right? Everybody thinks if they're going to make money, it's going to make them happy or success. This is another subject, by himself. I don't want to talk about it now, we'll talk about it maybe later. But the stage I'm talking right now, you already decide you want to make money. You already decide that. You already know you want money. You need the money for whatever reason. You like to have a good time, you want to buy a new house, you want to support your family. It doesn't matter right now. How you choose the right business for you. One of the things that's most common in this world, you can see all over the world, people who are doing things sometimes 8 hours a day, sometimes 5 hours a day. They're doing things they don't even care about. They don't even want to do it. I mean, it could be a salary job. It can be a business, even a business. I know people who have business. They don't even like the business. I've been myself in that position a few times that I did a business. I mean, I had to support my family, whatever, and I did business, and I hated it. I think it's very, very important when it comes to choose how to make money. You'll choose, there's few rules that you want to follow. So you can be more happy and more success. And I think when you do something the way you're doing it, I mean the way you're going through with that, it's very important. It's important that you're going to be happy along the way. It's very important you be happy along the way. Because if you wake up in the morning and you don't like what you need to do, I think it's a terrible way of living. And it doesn't matter if you're still working for someone or you're already independent or you already have your own thing. The idea of waking up in the morning, and we'll talk about it too, I promise you, the idea of waking up in the morning and be happy about the day is coming or the next day is coming, it's a very important and key for success. So, to choose the right business, I have few, you can call it rules, you can call it whatever you want, that I want to talk about right now. First of all, I think, and Everybody has a little bit of brain in his head. Everybody is talented in something in life. Okay, everybody loves something. I think the idea of loving what you do on a daily basis, it's very important. I am not from the old school, like 100 years ago or 50 years ago. Your parents will tell you, okay, you want to have a job, you do the job because you have to support your family and you're going to do it anyway and this and that. I think in this world, as today, 2024, I think you able to do something that you really love to do. Okay? So I think it's a key also to be success. I mean, if you like writing, you can go to writing, and we'll talk about to be success in writing, for example. If you're a musician, you're a musician. If you're a lawyer, you're a lawyer. But I think it's a very important key. You will do and make money for something you love to do. It's a very strong key to be success. I think it's a terrible life when somebody doing, doesn't matter what it is, something he doesn't love to do. I think it's a terrible life. I think it's not right. I think we have all the tools today, in this time, in the universe, to really success in something you like to do and you love to do. And I really encourage everyone who asks me, like consulting me during the years and today, the first thing I'm asking is like, what do you love to do? Okay. The second question is, what are you good for? I mean, I can love music, but I don't know nothing about music. So we have to have those two rules. The first rule is, I love what I'm doing. I like what I'm doing. For example, right now, I give you the course, and I love to give the course. I think I'm good at that. I mean, you can tell me I'm not, but whatever. I think I'm very good at that. And my people tells me, and I have, like I said, I have a beautiful crew around me. I think my people love what I do, so I love to do it. So it's important that you love, first of all, you love what you want to do money from, making money. The second thing is, you have to be good at it, okay? When I'm saying good at that, I mean, yeah, there's stages of being good, of course, right? Like if any business, like let's say in car business, okay? Yeah, Elon Musk is the best in the car business, and in those. So, and that's the reason he's very successful, because he loves what he's doing and he's the best in what he's doing. So I think those things, two things, it's very important. It's a two strong key for success. Another thing very important to be success.
Cut.
Another thing is very important to be success.
Start again. Sorry.
So we said two things important. First of all, you love what you do. And second of all, you're good at it. Okay, now when I'm saying good at it, yeah, of course there's stages. I mean, you can start something that you're not so good and you're getting better. I do believe people can change and people can improve themselves along the way. This is something that can happen. If you love it and you're good at it, you can always be better and better and better and better. I see it all the time. I saw it with my employees, people that was medium in their experience and their ability, they become better. So that's not a problem. You can always be better than what you do, but you have to love it and you have to be something specific that you're good at, and you can always be better in that. Another thing very important, and I see it also all the time in businesses and people don't have patience. They think they're going to do something and they're going to be success right away. That's not happening. That's I mean, it can happen. I mean, miracles can happen. We spoke about it last class, last course, last hour. Miracles can happen, but we don't trust those miracles. We don't live for them. we have to have time. We have to understand any business, doesn't matter who you are. If you're a lawyer, if you're a musician, if you are any job, if you want to open a restaurant, time, it's very important. I see a lot of time people failing because they didn't expect how long they have to invest, how long it's going to take. They thought it's going to take them 2 years and it take them 5 years. By the way, I just, I remind from a story I had when I came, when I lived in the U.S. And I just came. I was in Europe for a few years, and then I came back to the U.S. It was like 15 years ago. So I met this old guy, rich guy, an asshole, basically, asshole, rich, this kind of guys. But I used to talk to him a lot to get my to get some advice and to get some things on business because he was very successful. So one of the things he says to me, I just moved to LA. It was a new place for me. I didn't know nothing about LA. I mean, I used to live in New York. I used to live in other places, but LA was a new environment, new way to do business. Every country has their own way to make business and to make money. So one of the things he says to me when he met me, he says to me, listen, I know you're very talented. I know you can do things. I know you're going to make money. But it's going to take you 5 years to do it. And I'm looking at this guy. Old guy is like probably today 80 years old. I'm like, I wanted to punch him in his face. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? 5 years. I'm smarter than that. I can do it in 2 years. I can do it in 1 year. And back then I was in construction actually. And he was a contractor and I was in construction. I just started in construction. And he's like, listen, Joe, it's going to take you 5 years to be success. And I wanted to punch him. And I didn't like that. I thought I could do it faster. I thought I'm smarter. Like everybody thinks they're smart. And I have to tell you today, he was right. He was absolutely right. I only start to make money from construction after 5 or 6 years of hard working. Even that I'm smart and I have the intelligence and I have everything, all the tools to be success, it took me 5 years. He was right. So when we want to choose a business, we have to understand those things. We have to love this idea. We have to love this thing. If it's music, if it's a law, a doctor, whatever, or restaurant, that's one thing. We have to love it. The second thing we have to do, it's to be good at it. And yes, you can be better and better doing the way, but you have to start from a certain point. The third thing is you have to calculate to be good at it. And yes, you can be better and better doing the way, but you have to start from a certain point. The third thing is you have to calculate in your calculation, it's the time. Don't think that you're going to open something and you're going to be a success tomorrow. It's not happening. Another thing is very important, that, and I can say from my experience, when you're going to go for a business, and we're going to talk about a few kinds of businesses, like models of businesses. This is something we're going to talk about in a second, about the models of businesses. But something very important, when you decide that you want to be on your own, you want to make it on your own, you want to be an entrepreneur by your own, most of the people around you are not going to like it. Okay? Unfortunately, we grew up in education, old education, that basically are messing us up. And I'm giving you an example. I mean, you're waking up, you're growing up, have to go to school. You have to go to school. You have to be from a.k.a. to 4 to 3 in school. I mean, the basic foundation of who we really are, it's wrong today. For this generation, it's wrong. The idea, and think about it. I mean, you've been in school from, I don't know, from age of 4 to age of 18, right? Man, the whole idea for school, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that, because it has to do with the business. The idea of being school, like in a box of 20 people, 40 people, and that's the education you get, So it's a terrible idea because it's stopping our brain to think. We have to listen to an idiot to teach us. Some of them smart, but some of them an idiot. And this is what we do for almost 18 years in our life, or 15 years, depends which country you are. And the reason I'm telling you is that is because everybody on this world has this thing that we have to follow the rules, okay? Follow the rule, go to school. Now, we all know today that the most successful people in the world, they didn't even finish high school. They did not finish high school. I can go with you on and on about that. From Elon Musk to Mark Zuckerberg to whatever you want. They didn't even finish the system, okay? Even musicians, there's many, I love music, everybody loves music. You can see many musicians, the most successful ones, never even study music. They don't know nothing about music. I'm talking about the big ones, all the big ones. I don't think they don't even know how to read notes. I know some of them personally. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're gonna try, and this is a very important, you will try to make a move for your own as a businessman or doesn't matter in what field. You're gonna have a lot of people around you gonna ask you those questions, the system questions, and those questions can really hurt you. They can really oh, you're right. How I'm gonna be success? Those questions are gonna be asked, but you should be ready for that. For those questions before, when you do it. I mean, your parents can call you and tell you, why you quit your job, your girlfriend, your wife. Everybody used to system. We educate in a system, and when we're not following the system, people will ask questions. Okay, and you're gonna have to be ready for those questions because I saw many people are really afraid to make the move. For being success.
Cut. Just a second, she's just dragging some glasses. How you feel?
No.
Do you want me to turn this on for a second?
No.
What is that? I need to go to the phone store. Get some phone there.
So Joe, do you see how slow my fucking phone
Your,
is?
your phone's a fucking joke, bro. What happened? It's so slow.
It's so
just
slow, especially in the heat. It's like...
You good?
Yeah. Alright, pick it
Let's
up
go.
in 3, 2, 1, action.
Let's go. So, because we educate and we used to be in a system, government system, school system, and people don't understand. Those 15 years that you're in school, it's really get into you. It's really into you to be in a time, in a thing, in a schedule, in a way of thinking, and sometimes it's not easy to get out of the system. And actually, to be successful, you have to get out of it. You have to be behind it. You have to think in a different way. But the idea of a system and following the rule is so into us, even if we like it or don't like it. I mean, it's from when we very young. And it's a terrible thing, but it's another course. It's not going to be in this course about education. Education is another story. But what I'm trying to say is when you're going to try to do something, people will ask you a question. All the system people will ask you a question. How you get, what you do, why you're going to be success, and all those things. So this is also very important to be prepared for. Now I want to talk about the models in businesses and how to make money. I'm going to talk about few of them, about the main ones. Of course, there's more than what I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about the main models of business, okay? One model, and I'm going to talk about like the one famous one, like you're a professional guy, for example, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor, so you're making usually doctors, lawyers, accountant, consulting, mentors, all those things, psychologists, psychiatrists. Usually they're gonna make money because they give the time. Usually they're gonna make money because they give the time. They just telling you, the people, the universe, okay, I am a doctor, and I'm taking this and this for an hour. So basically, those people, teachers also, all those categories are getting money from time, from the time they're giving in their profession. Of course, every profession it's a different amount. I mean, a lawyer, an accountant makes different money, teacher makes different money. That's fine, but this is a very common way to make business, which means you hire me and I'm getting hourly. It can be $400, $70, $20 an hour, and that's how I make money. Now I want to talk about this model, okay? This model, it's good and bad. Why? I'll talk about the plus and the minus about that way, because you're very limited with your time. I mean,
Sorry, can you repeat that line? There was a really loud motorbike.
in this model, when you get paid for your time and your profession, and it doesn't matter if you're getting $500 an hour or $1,000 an hour, you base your model on your time and your profession. So, and you limit in the time. I mean, how many hours do you have a day? 24 hours a day. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have your kids, you have your family, you have things you love to do. So you're very limited of how many hours you do. And some people in this model makes a lot of money. For example, if you're a lawyer, I know lawyers taking 1 hour, $2,000, right? So yeah, you can be successful with that. Some people in this model, they only make $20 an hour, like teachers. They make only $20 an hour. So this model, it has good and bad in it. I'll talk about the good things in it, and I'll talk about the negative things in this model of making money from your time and profession. The good thing is that you only have to show yourself, and you already know what you're doing. You don't have overhead too much. You already know what you're gonna say. You already know everything. Everything is very comfortable for you.
Sorry, say that line again. I just heard the door. Go.
In this model, I'm gonna call it for the course. I'm gonna call it the time model. Time model means you're getting money for your time. The good thing about it is that yes, some people can take for an hour of work, even $1,000 or $2,000 an hour. But some people, it depends on the field you are, and if every field have the profit you can make from. I mean, lawyers make more, doctors make more. Everybody knows that. You don't need meat for that to tell you this, this story. Teacher make less, musician make less. The good thing is about it, it's a very comfortable business. It's a very comfortable way to make money. You know what you're gonna do, you know what you're gonna say, you already know all the information. If you're a doctor, you already know how to be a doctor. You studied 10 years for that. If you're a lawyer, you already know the law. It's a very comfortable thing. And you're basically selling yourself. You're selling yourself and your time. The negative about it is that you're very limited. How many hours can you work? You cannot be, it's very, very hard to be really rich from that. Lawyers make good money, doctors make, but it's not, unless they invest the money, that's a different story. But just from this model, it's very hard to become like a multi-million-dollar thing. And also negative about it that you have to do it all day. I mean, if you're a lawyer or a doctor, it means you're doing something that you have to do it every day, all day. And I'm not sure you want to do it. I mean, it depends on your personality. But that's the negative thing in the time model. Now, this is one thing to do. I mean, I see a lot of people are very successful just with being a teacher, just with being a lawyer and take $400 an hour. It's plus and minuses in this model, in this business. And it depends on your personality, actually. I mean, some personality are perfect for that, to just, be whatever they are and take money for that and live a simple life. You don't have to have, usually you don't have to have a lot of employees, usually you don't have a lot of overcost. You just do what you do and you're happy. Another model to make money, I'll call it a business model, which everybody know. You actually have a business. You buying and selling items. Buying and selling items can be many ways. It can be a restaurant, it can be a dealership, a car dealership, it can be anything. You're just a business. Business means you're buying something for $1, you sell it for $2. You're buying something for $5, sell it for $10. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so in this model of business, which most of the world work, right?
Sorry.
What's going on?
The button, I accidentally hit it.
In this model of business, you have the most opportunity to make the money you want to make, because it all depends on sales, and we can talk about it, about marketing and sales. There's basically a lot of opportunity to make a lot of money. Model is, and it's a simple model. You're buying something for cheap, you're selling it for high. That's it. The negative thing about it, usually those models need a lot of work and a lot of preparation. I mean, the puzzle, if we spoke about puzzle, the puzzle is going to be usually more complicated. I mean, if you're a lawyer, you just need an office, you need a secretary, and you need a little bit of marketing, and you're good to go. When you talk about a business, let's talk about, for example, a restaurant. If you want to open a restaurant, let's say you have the money, okay? You got the money, you got a loan for it, and you want to open the restaurant. You have to have all the menu. You have to have all the things that you want to sell ready to go, which is food. It's a lot of details. You have to have employees. It's a lot of overhead. So when we talk about the model of business, basic business I'm talking about right now, it's the puzzle is much more complicated. And so we have to be prepared in a different way. Sometimes you will have to get some advice for legal stuff, for accountant stuff, and we'll talk about it a little bit. But the idea of a business, it's a simple business. It's a simple idea, but it can be complicated because it can be overhead. And when I'm saying overhead, it's mean in a different way. You can lose money. Overhead is cost money. Okay. So let's say you want to have a store or a restaurant. Yeah, you have to pay the rent. You have to pay the employees, you have to pay the accountant, the lawyer, and this and that. You can easily be in a place that your expenses are very high. This is the negative of the business model. Okay? Another model to make money, and I'm just talking about general right now, and then we can talk a little bit more details soon. Another thing is, another way to make money is just to invest money. Okay? And we can talk about it too in the next hours. Investing money, meaning you're already putting your money in a system and your money is supposed to work for you, okay? And this is very, I'll talk about the positive things about...
Start from the top and invest.
Yeah, I know. I will talk about, another model is investment. In investment, invest your money. You already, what we basically do, you take your money that you have and you put it somewhere, and it's supposed to make you money. Just the money makes money, basically. The positive thing about it, that you just have the energy and the thinking you have to do is about where to put your money, if you have money, first of all. And you put it in the system. It could be the stock market, it could be crypto, you can put it in a business, and you're just going to make money, whatever. The money is supposed to work for you. The negative thing about it, that you have to have money to do it. I mean, if you have $10,000, if you invested whatever you invested, how much are you going to get out of it? So the positive thing is, yes, you can put $1 million somewhere if you have $1 million. That's the first question. You can put it somewhere and get you 10% or 5% or 20%, whatever investment. And we're going to speak a little bit about details in kind of an investment we have in this world. But basically, you put the money to work for you. And the negative about it is you have to have money. I mean, if you don't have money, whatever return you have is going to be very minimum. So The positive is you don't have to. You don't have the overhead. You don't have the energy. Mm. So think about it this way. You wanna go to fight with Mike Tyson, right? And you go into the ring and you just come and say, "Oh, I'm gonna fight with him," and thinking you're gonna win that way. Okay, and you forgot one thing about Mike Tyson, and everybody forget it because when you watch him in TV, you just see him coming in with the muscles and all hooked up with all his fans and everything. People forget to be in that ring for that 7 minutes or 2 minutes or to be the one who really win right away. He prepared for it years, months and years sometimes. So this is why I'm putting my energy and my thinking and my knowledge about the preparation. The preparation is everything. If you want to go to the ring and you want to be in a place that, like my course says, my name of my course says, making money, all you need to know, I'm going to keep talking about the preparation until you're going to be so tired, you're going to say, let's go to the fucking ring. This is where I'm going with you guys. Okay? So remember, to be Mike Tyson, we have to do those preparation. We have to use those muscles. And the muscles and the fucking, how you say,
Muscle memory?
no,
Weights.
no.
The gym?
For what? No.
Syria.
Mental preparation?
How you say when I do this?
Lifting.
Weightlifting. Crunching.
Powerlifting.
Curling.
Bicep curl.
No.
Nerfing.
Okay, anyway.
Working out.
Anyway, so the preparation, it's very important. Mike Tyson didn't just come to the ring. He had all those muscles, exercise, and thing he did for years and more than years sometimes, 10 years, sometimes 20 years, to get ready for that time. And to make money, it's the same thing. We have to be ready for it. And when I'm saying ready for it, it's starting with mental things, knowledge, and we're going to talk also soon, next few hours, we're going to talk also about practical stuff and physical stuff, like, having the business, having the license, and all those things. But right now, I'm still in the place to prepare, for preparation. One of the things I want to talk about, because last section, we spoke about NLP. One of the things with NLP, beside that we spoke about, you have to imagine, you have to meditate, you have to have a picture of it, and all the good stuff we spoke about NLP. Very important step that NLP will work, it's this step I'm talking about right now. You have these certain things in practical in your life that you have to do. I'll go from the beginning, and then we go from there. Okay? I'll give an example. Few things that has to be done for you to be success, for you to go forward with your life. Okay? I'm going to talk about like very simple stuff. I know people are gonna laugh. I know it's gonna sound funny, but I don't care. I'm here to tell you the truth the way it's supposed to be. One of the most important is it's you be organized. Okay? First of all, you have to wake up in specific time every day. It's better in the morning. Successful people, they wake up already at 5 or 6, they're already up. Okay? It's not like, okay, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna wake up whenever I want. It doesn't work that way. Every successful guy, when I had my companies, my employees came to the office at 9 or 10, I was already in the office alone, absolutely alone at 7 o'clock. I used to make my own coffee. Of course, when my secretary came, she made me another coffee, but I'm saying, I was alone in my office in 7 o'clock. The thing about waking up in the morning is very important. The brain works well. The brain works well when the sun comes out. You can start doing your thing. It's important to wake up in the morning. And the more early you do it, the better. I tell you more than that. I always say to my people, if you don't want to talk to me about business, don't talk to me at night. I don't like to talk about business when there's no sun. Sun, it's energy. Sun is energy. Sun is light. Sun is everything. So if you really want to flow with the nature, you wake up with the nature, and it's going to help you to be success. I know sometimes, especially young kids, it's hard for them because they went in party all day or whatever. But still, if you can prepare yourself and make yourself a person that waking up early, that's gonna change your life. When I'm saying that, I don't mean 4 o'clock, but 5, 6, 7. This is the time to wake up. It's very important. No matter what happened, you up. You have up and ready. Another thing very important. And I'm just saying simple stuff, basic stuff. It sounds funny. It sounds like I'm a fucking teacher. But I have to do it because people don't understand how important those things in life. The idea of being clean. Being clean, aesthetic. In any way, if it's a woman, of course, more. And clean, the house has to be clean. Don't think for a second you can be success outside when your house looks like a jungle. It's not going to happen. Now, you can make somebody else clean for you. If you have money, you can do those things. Your wife will clean for you. Your kids, don't matter. Being organized and clean, it's a basic thing of success. Of course, rich people already have everything organized. I mean, when I had my businesses, I'll tell you, when I had my businesses, I had a cleaning lady. This was one person who had to come every day. I had a company that used to take my clothes, that make sure everything is perfect. I had a company that had to clean. I had a babysitter, so they came with the kids. So I had organized. I couldn't do everything myself, so I had organized. I had people for every things that they're good at. But cleaning is important. Don't think in a second that if you see a dirty place, it does not affecting you. Okay, people don't know how much what you see in your eyes affecting your soul and your energy. So for example, if you see beautiful thing, you can have good energy. You see ugly things, you can have bad energy. You see a beautiful picture or a beautiful color, it's affecting you. Don't think it doesn't. If the paint on your wall is dirty, it's affecting you, even that you don't know it. Everything you look, it's very important. And some things are cheap. Not everything is expensive. For example, paint, it's nothing. Yeah, you should go paint your fucking room. To the color, nice color, clean color. The more clean it is, it's better for you. If the house is a mess, you have to clean. You have to clean, you have to be organized. I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. This is a basic of success. So we spoke about you be clean yourself, of course, aesthetic, shower, whatever. We spoke about waking up in the morning. Another something very important. Exercise. Don't think for a second that you can live life without exercise. You have to find something you can do. What it is, it doesn't matter. It can be going to horses, ride horses, or it can be skiing, it can be walking, it can be swimming. Exercise is important. The more you do it, the better it's make your body, the better the brain works, the better you're going to be able to deal with stuff in life. You have to exercise. Those are simple, basic things, but I'm still going to talk about it. Something that's very, very important to be success, and I know most of people are sick with that thing, sick from that poison. I call it a poison. And that's a mental thing that almost 90% of people are dealing with it on a daily basis. It's called a poison. What is a poison? Poison, it's basically excuse. Excuse for what? This is very interesting thing, the poison part. To be success and to make things work, you have to clean the poison in your soul. What is a poison? Poison means I'm mad at my mother because they didn't do this and that. I'm mad at my father because I grew up in this and this. I met this guy because of that and that and that. And you always, and real poison, if you live with that, okay? The more poison you have, it's more poison you have. The more you blaming other people for, maybe they were bad to you, I'm not saying, okay? So you grew up in a bad neighborhood, the parents was terrible to you, you brother, sister, or whatever, everything was bad. This is a job by himself. I can talk about this subject for hours. Cleaning yourself from this poison, which means, yes, there is a lot of people who affect your life in a bad way. Yes, maybe no, but you have to clean it. How you clean it? You forgive about it, you forgive. You just forgive for whatever happened. And work on it. It can take sometimes days, sometimes week. Sometimes you have to call that person and tell them, listen, I forgive you. Sometimes just write it to yourself. You have to clean all the poison. As long as you think that your situation in life is because somebody else, as long as you think that, you're never going to go to the next level. Never. You're always going to be stuck. That's a poison. So if I'm asking you, David, why you are not, why you like that? Oh, my mother was like that, my father was like that, I grew up in a black neighborhood, and all those things. All those answers are excuses and sometimes even a poison. It's killing yourself from yourself, inside yourself. And the only one who can fix it, it's you. You really think you can go forward when you're still mad at your mother or your father? Even if you have a good reason for it. I'm not going to say you don't. But this is something that you have to clean yourself from that feeling, from that blame of somebody else, of your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever it is. Whatever happened to you, it's only happened to you because of you. Soon as you understand that, you can go forward. If you don't understand that everything you have or don't have is because of you, you're never going to go anywhere. Because you always have excuse in your head. Oh, I was not successful because of my mother. I did not succeed because I didn't have money. That's bullshit. That doesn't work. And it's work. It's not easy sometimes. I know people who had very bad trauma from being kids. I know people who were raped when they were kids. I know all those things. Women were kids. But it's a work. So you go to psychologists, you go to people, you go to constellation. But it's important. It's a basic. You cannot be success in a restaurant. You cannot be success in a lawyer when you're still mad on your parents. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, if you have this poison, you think about this poison, you write it down if you want, you talk to a friend, you go to psychology, you punch the wall for that, you take it out, just release it. Release it. It doesn't help you. Why this guy have more money than me? Why this guy did this? This guy did this to me. My father did this to me. Okay. As long as you keep saying that, you are not going anywhere. And I know it sounds crazy because what does that have to do with money? What my father did to me and my mother. I know. But it's not. Because as long as I'm blaming and I have this poison in my head that somebody's fault that I am the way I am today, as long as I think there's any excuse to my life today, it's always going to be that excuse. The more I'm taking responsibility for my life and understand, yes, I had bad time, I had this, yes, all those things are right. But today I can do what I can do. And it's nothing to do with them. It's nothing to do with her, it's nothing to do with no one. It's up to you. The more you take responsibility and focus on what you want to do and clean all this poison, you're giving yourself more chance to really go somewhere. Don't be afraid to take responsibility. Sometimes it takes time. I wasn't with the poison also until until late. Until I was, I don't know, 35, 32. But in a minute, I understood and I really realized that it's my job right now and it's my responsibility what's happening to me. And it's only up to me to make things happen. as soon as I made, and I really felt it. It's not like just saying that. It's a really feeling it. It's a really feel it. You really know that whatever happened, happened. And it's nothing to do with me today. Today it's a new day. I can do whatever I want, and I'm going to be successful in whatever I want. As soon as they say that, you're going to start being success. I know people will be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about and shit like that. I don't care. I'm going to say my truth, and I know it. I see it all the time with people. I saw it with my employees. I see it with my friends. The one who take responsibility and clean themselves from the poison of blaming somebody else for their shit, as soon as you do it, that's the time you start to go where you want to go. So we spoke about the poison, we spoke about responsibility. It comes together. The reason you want to blame somebody because you don't want responsibility. Why you blame somebody else for your problem? Because you don't want to say it's my fault. So you blame somebody else. As soon as you clean it and you understand that your situation is your situation, it's your responsibility to fix it, and you can fix it, and you can fix it, then you're going to start moving forward. This is very important for success. Very important, and also very important is to forgive those people. Even if they fuck you up or whatever, forgive them for whatever happened. If you have to open a new page. New page. New page, new life, new day, everything clean. The most you can with the money you have. I mean, not everybody can have the best clothes, not everybody can have the best house. But it's important to try at least to be aware that you want to be in a nice house, you want to be in a clean house, you want to smell good, you want the clothes to be good. Those are important things for the feelings. The responsibility is important for the success. There's no other way to go. There's no, unless you won the lottery, that's fine. So you make money because you're lucky. But if you didn't win the lottery and you really want to change your life, you have to do those things. You have to prepare yourself for the success. Cleaning, organize your day, sport, exercise, get rid of all the poison you have. Poison, by the way, could be bad friends. Some friends, everybody knows it. Like I have many friends, some of them are poison all the time. So just don't talk to them. Some friends always complain, some friends always negative. If you have a friend like that, tell them go fuck themselves. And just don't talk to them anymore. Because they poison you too. Negative energy bring you a negative energy. Positive bring you positive. So if you bring yourself to a friend that have a good energy, not judgmental, not like they sometimes just write it to yourself, you have to clean all the poison. As long as you think that your situation in life is because somebody else, as long as you think that, you're never going to go to the next level. Never. You're always going to be stuck. That's a poison. So if I'm asking you, David, why you are not, why you like that? Oh, my mother was like that, my father was like that, I grew up in a black neighborhood, and all those things. All those answers are excuses and sometimes even a poison. It's killing yourself from yourself, inside yourself. And the only one who can fix it, it's you. You really think you can go forward when you're still mad at your mother or your father? Even if you have a good reason for it. I'm not going to say you don't. But this is something that you have to clean yourself from that feeling, from that blame of somebody else, of your girlfriend, your wife, or whatever it is. Whatever happened to you, it's only happened to you because of you. Soon as you understand that, you can go forward. If you don't understand that everything you have or don't have is because of you, you're never going to go anywhere. Because you always have excuse in your head. Oh, I was not successful because of my mother. I did not succeed because I didn't have money. That's bullshit. That doesn't work. And it's work. It's not easy sometimes. I know people who had very bad trauma from being kids. I know people who were raped when they were kids. I know all those things. Women were But it's a work. So you go to psychologists, you're going to people, you're going to constellation. But it's important. It's a basic. You cannot be success in a restaurant. You cannot be success in a lawyer when you're still mad on your parents. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, if you have this poison, you think about this poison, you write it down if you want, you talk to a friend, you go to psychology, you punch whatever the wall for that, you take it out, just release it. Release it, it doesn't help you. Why this guy have more money than me? Why this guy did this? This guy did this to me. My father did this to me. Okay. As long as you keep saying that, you are not going anywhere. And I know it sounds crazy because what does that to do with money? What my father did to me and my mother. I know. But it's not. Because as long as I'm blaming and I have this poison in my head that somebody's fault that I am the way I am today, as long as I think there's any excuse to my life today, it's always going to be that excuse. The more I'm taking responsibility for my life and understand, yes, I had bad time, I had this, yes, all those things are right. But today I can do what I can do. And it's nothing to do with them. It's nothing to do with her, it's nothing to do with no one. It's up to you. The more you take responsibility and focus on what you want to do and clean all this poison, you're giving yourself more chance to really go somewhere. Don't be afraid to take responsibility. Sometimes it takes time. I wasn't with the poison also until until late. Until I was, I don't know, 35, 32. But in a minute, I understood and I really realized that it's my job right now and it's my responsibility what's happening to me and it's only up to me to make things happen. As soon as and I really felt it. It's not like just saying that. It's a really feeling it. It's a really feel it. You really know that whatever happened, happened. And it's nothing to do with me today. Today it's a new day. I can do whatever I want and I'm going to be successful in whatever I want. As soon as they say that, you're going to start being success. I know people will be like, what the fuck this guy talking about and shit like that. I don't care. I'm going to say my truth and I know it. I see it all the time with people. I saw it with my employees. I see it with my friends. The one who take responsibility and clean themselves from the poison of blaming somebody else for their shit. As soon as you do it, that's the time you start to go where you want to go. So we spoke about the poison, we spoke about responsibility. It comes together. The reason you want to blame somebody because you don't want responsibility. Why you blame somebody else for your problem? Because you don't want to say it's my fault. So you blame somebody else. As soon as you clean it and you understand that your situation is your situation, it's your responsibility to fix it, and you can fix it, and you can fix it, then you're going to start moving forward. This is very important for success. Very important, and also very important is to forgive those people. Even if they fuck you up or whatever, forgive them for whatever happened. If you have to open a new page. New page. New page, new life, new day, everything clean. The most you can with the money you have. I mean, not everybody can have the best clothes, not everybody can have the best house. But it's important to try at least to be aware that you want to be in a nice house, you want to be in a clean house, you want to smell good, you want the clothes to be good. Those are important things for the feelings. The responsibility is important for the success. There's no other way to go. There's no, unless you won the lottery, that's fine. So you make money because you're lucky. But if you didn't win the lottery and you really want to change your life, you have to do those things. You have to prepare yourself for the success. Cleaning, organize your day, sport, exercise, get rid of all the poison you have. Poison, by the way, could be bad friends. Some friends, everybody knows it. like I have many friends, some of them are poison all the time. So just don't talk to them. Some friends always complain, some friends always negative. If you have a friend like that, tell them go fuck themselves and just don't talk to them anymore because they poison you too. Negative energy bring you a negative energy. Positive bring you positive. So if you bring yourself to a friend that have a good energy, not judgmental, not like they love you the way you are, this is where you want to go. And you find yourself in places with people or friends that you feel uncomfortable, don't be there. This is a poison. You know, you can go to, it happened to me many times. I used to go to a restaurant, I go to a restaurant, I don't feel good. I feel like people look at me, judge me. You know what I do? I just leave. Doesn't matter how hungry I am. I'm not going to be in a place, my friends know that, by the way. I'm not staying in a place that I don't feel that they take me the way I am. With no poison. If I feel poison somewhere, I'm gone. I'm not there. Now, it takes time to understand those things. It takes time to practice those things. But it's very important to practice that. If you have a negative friend with a poison, and you think you can be successful if you have a negative friend around you, or negative friend or girlfriend, or no. You have to clean your life, clean from negative. I mean, you can't do it 100%, but you have to try. You have to be at least, aware. You have to be at least aware that there's negative things. Negative is blaming your parents, and stuff like that, or your friends, and those things. And also be clean from bad friends. You have to find good friends. You have to find a good environment. You have to find a good place, vision or view, or those things. It's important for you to be in progress. The more you're aware of those things, and the more you do those things, you'll see that your life changing. If you're gonna be in nice places with rich people, you're gonna be rich. If you're gonna be in poor people that always complain, you're gonna keep being poor. Who you hang up, who you talk to, what kind of places you stay, that makes the difference. That makes all the difference. Rich people or people of success, they stay and they work very hard to stick with successful people. And then you have this is 10% of the world, right? The success people, the rich people, 15% of the world are rich. They working hard to be there. The rest of the people, they're not success because they decide to be like that. To blame their country, to blame the government, to blame everything, to blame their friends. No, it's not. This is not. It's not going to work. Never going to work. When I'm talking about being focused or consistent, I'm not talking about a few days, a few weeks. I mean, if you have the privilege to do it, fine. You can start business every day and fail and go, but it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna want to tell you very good example of focus and consistent that you understand what I'm talking about. I mean, I'll talk about someone you probably maybe gonna hate him or you love him. Either you hate him or love him. Look about Trump, for example. He was the president. He might be the president again. He is maybe president right now as you see this video. If you watch, and he's a billionaire. Everybody knows he's a billionaire, right? If you watch his talking points when he speaks, watch it all over all his rallies. Watch it one time. You'll see. Maybe he's using different words, right? But you will see in his speech. He always talks simple and he always talks about the same points. The same point of view, the same ideas. He doesn't change things. Yeah, he can talk about many subjects, but he always talks about the same thing because that's the reason he's rich. The reason he's rich because he has it in him to be focused and consistent about the things he cares about. Now, I'm not saying you should like him or don't like him, It's not my point. My point is, I'm just showing you an example of somebody who made it happen for him. He's a billionaire, has casinos, whatever. You can hate him, it doesn't matter. Take the good things about it. It's just an example. If you listen to all his speeches, all his rallies, he talks about the same subject. And he talks about over and over again. Like an idiot sometimes, sometimes, you see him talking about this point, you think he's a little kid or something, or an idiot, or whatever you want to call him. But that's the key. That's a key for success. The reason his success is because he really was focused on his business. He really was consistent. Even when he almost went bankrupt, went bankrupt, and he did all shady stuff to exist and make money. I'm not talking about if it's good or bad. I'm just talking about the idea of it. And my job is to show you, to look at some things in life and take the good things out of it. So that's a good example of somebody consistent about the subject he's talking about, the subject he cares about, and the point that he wants to do change. I believe the way he talks about his ideas for America, the same thing he did for his business. That's why he's so success in his thing. I mean, the idea of focusing, the idea of consistent, that's a key, and that's a tool and a secret for every one of us. And I'm talking to myself too. To go forward and make things happen.